For real. On you who I'll bet my life. Won't toss my paradise. I'm kind, I ain't nice. Subtract falsehood advice. You who eventually seeing through y'all. That rule got me seeing through y'all. Ain't like I'm doing something to y'all. You who got me seeing through y'all. You who eventually seeing through y'all. That rule got me seeing through y'all. Ain't like I'm doing something to y'all. You who got me seeing through y'all. Yeah. Family business ain't no greed in me. Mr. Clark, my brother lean on me. I lean back, but it ain't no dance. Make appeals, but it ain't no Zans. Feeling okay, I'm oh so grand. Keep in mind, only got two hands. Never label in advance. Don't call a friend until you prove that man. A little time, all you need. If it's genuine, it shows. Vampires play a role. In the light, get exposed. Transparent up against that law. Brothers hide it like no one saw. Yahuwah eyes never miss your acts. One day you gotta pay that tax. Fairy tales, you can clean that mess. Toward keeping me at my best. If you hate a brother so, he will never stop the show. What's it like to some love? Especially from above. Mighty talk where you learn that at. Man, I'm perfect, never burn a batch. Yahuwah word, that's all for me. Everything else so bored. Life in me, what y'all store. This English sound foreign, yeah. Righteous point of view, pray they see it too, yeah. Make no excuse, stand on my two. My life. Won't toss my paradise. I'm kind, I ain't nice. Subtract falsehood advice. You who eventually seeing through y'all. That rule got me seeing through y'all. Ain't like I'm doing something to y'all. You who got me seeing through y'all. You who eventually seeing through y'all. That rule got me seeing through y'all. Ain't like I'm doing something to y'all. You who got me seeing through y'all. Yeah. Yeah, for real. Mind cults. I'm on my 613. Yeah. Woo. No way. You ain't even gotta guess.
In times. You can't bring me down. I know who I belong to. Yeah. What? I won't sell my soul. I know my worth. Yeah. Oh, they say misery loves company. Yeah. Show me hate, you won't get none from me. They say misery loves company. You show me hate, you gon' get love from me. These ain't raps, these Hebrew spirituals. I tell them guard your light, they wanna steal your glow. I started this with 60-second videos. Slight work, came up with this in like 5 minutes, bro. I'm thankful for this talent that he's given me. At this point, I can write about anything. No, for real, he give me songs soon as it cross my mind. I hear the beat, connect the dots, and all the bars around. We wrestle not against flesh, guard your mind. These demons see something in you that's hard to find. That's why they talking down. can't put no fear in me, don't cross the line. I'm a work in progress. No matter what I'm going through, I know who I belong to. Them haters wanna turn your smile into a frown, but never let them bring you down. I know who I belong to, yeah. I won't sell my soul, I know my worth. Yeah. They say misery loves company. You show me hate, you won't get none from me. No, 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 no. I gotta do better, I got an idea, get some signs, and we should set up shop. Word. They need to hear this word on every block. With no fear, we gon' keep going if they tell us stop. Bring affliction, I got on my persecution vest. Hearing well done, faithful servant, that's true success. Faith and works, he'll do the rest. It's now or never, even through trial and error. Said he would never forsake me, and I don't doubt him ever. I pray his mercies are newer as every second passes. He gave us second chances, I can't take your grace for granted. That would be tragic when it's said and done. No matter what I'm going through, I know who I belong to. Finding creative ways to get the youth to listen to songs about biblical laws and our Savior's crucifixion. Enter the kingdom as a child. He gives grace to the humble, but he resists the proud. Never let them bring you down. Yeah. In the days, how you gonna act? Shalom.
Shalom, 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 y'all. Shalom is Michael Israel. You're watching Spiritual Combat. And as you can see by the title of the lesson, we're going to be answering the question, is community living biblical? Okay. It's going to be a good lesson, but I want to keep it real practical. Most High, he's not an author of confusion. I don't think there's confusion in his word. And I think, the answer to this question is pretty straightforward. As far as let me see, Latanya, the name of that song is Guard Your Light by Darak Ibar. He's going to be on the show very soon, possibly Sunday. He's an artist out of California. He has a pretty decent following already on Instagram. But yeah, he'll be on here. Very talented, very talented. He's actually done some songs with Courtney Bell and stuff like that. So I like the brother's flow. All right, but anyway, with that said, I want to say shalom to y'all. Shalom, Lynn. Shalom, Leslie Fields. Shalom to, all right, there we go. So, shalom to Nadaya Awake. Shalom to Elder Rufus. Good to see you in there. Let's see. Shalom, Latanya. Yasan. Shalom. Nahila, Shalom, Aya, Shalom. I couldn't pronounce your name. I'll put Price, Shalom. Okay. And Ma'ak, the elder, Aliyah, Ben Yisrael. Shalom, family. Miss Smith, Shalom. And what I'm going to do is, on this lesson, let me see who's over here on Facebook, but I'm just letting y'all know over on okay, somebody shared it over here somehow or something. I'm just letting y'all know I'm going to predominantly be over here on the tube, so just so y'all know. But I want to say shalom to Sister Juanita. Shalom, sis. Ira, shalom. Shirley, shalom. Alika, shalom. Sister Sisaya, shalom. Tim, shalom. And my dude Dennis, shalom, man. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to get things going, okay? And like I said, the question is community living biblical? Um, one of the first scriptures that kind of comes to mind, I have some scriptures here, but one of the first scriptures that comes to mind is, you know, where it says, gather yourselves together, O nation not desire. Okay? So just in that text there, and then we know about the stuff in Acts, but in the text there, to gather yourselves together, O nation. So gather yourselves together, and as a nation in that way. I think one of the biggest deceptions that Catholicism, which of course morphed into Christianity, I think one of its biggest deceptions it did is it's what it brings, and now it's even morphed into the Hebrew Israelite movement or awakening, the Great Awakening, is its passivity, okay? Its ability to make you mentally ascend, to deceive you into thinking you are fulfilling the works when you really just mentally ascended in your mind. And people might ask, well, Mike, where are you getting that from? Like, why would you say that? I go to this place, or I fellowship with these folks, and we got a good biblical understanding. But what the issue is, what the problem is people spiritualize stuff in the book, and you're like, okay, you're like, well, Mike, how can you say we're spiritualizing stuff when you read it practically, you and see if it makes sense, and then try to apply it practically, and if it's practical, it's gonna make sense. If you, let me think. I'm trying to think of a good example to give you. Basically, look at stuff. Seek the practical application of it, and just use some common sense to see if it makes sense. Okay? And that's one way of seeing if something is, valid and everything like that. So let's get into some scriptures so I could go through it. And I'm gonna go through one. I'm sure you've heard some of this recently. Let me pull up my Bible here. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to Revelations chapter 18. Trying to see what Bible I want to use. Okay. You bear with me. Okay. Here we go. So we're going to go Revelation chapter 18. And we know what that is. And what I did is I read through this whole thing. And this is the verse where it says, I think it's at 18, where it talks about come out of her, my people. Okay? So let's get into that. I think it was 16. The great city. Okay, it's 4. I'm sorry, I skipped it. All right, so what it says here, and I'll put it up here on the screen, is, and I heard another voice from heaven say, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not her plagues. Okay? And again, when I used to read this, I was like, all right, we gotta come out of spiritual Babylon. We gotta come out of that, you know. Um, uh, yeah, that's how I used to think about it. Because understandably so, you know, it can be frustrating seeing some of these doctrines these people bring out. But on the same note, I got to understand the level of the deception that Rome has done to the whole world, otherwise known as Roman Catholicism, Christianity, or Hebrew Christians, because they bring that culture. They love that culture so much they want to bring it into this culture, which it it's destructive because it's a culture of passivity. It's designed to get you killed. But anyway, so it says, come, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins. And like I said, that lesson when we were up at the Great Gathering, Pastor Dow did, this is one of the scriptures he pulled. But I went back and read it in full context to see if it's spiritual, what it's saying. And I'm not going to read the whole entire chapter, but I did read the whole entire chapter 18 in context. And you could clearly see it's talking about on an economic level, on a come out of their society so you don't partake their curses. So where would they be getting that from? Well, look at what's going on right now. They were just posting this thing on man, where is that at? They were showing where they just brought it in this country where they're like, they got these genetically designed fish that can grow in like a fraction of the time as regular salmon. And it was like they got to keep these fish, like, because they showed the reporters going into the factory. They're manufacturing fish now. Yeah. So they had to go in when the news people went into the factory. It was crazy, all the precautions they were taking going in there and walking around, because they said they got to make sure there's no way them fish get into the water, into the natural system, because it will ruin everything. Okay, so what they're doing, they have to make sure, because I guess if they got in there, it would probably ruin the ecosystem. There was something about they're growing food in the one of these country, South America or something like that. They said they've just been okay to grow or like they're able to manufacture food. Okay. So they're and you know the way they do, anything they get their hands and they just ruin it. Okay, they're poisoning the oceans, all that stuff. Let's bring it a little closer to home. Fast food. The fast food will kill you. A lot of this food out here, it's getting to the point. Yeah, that's Shirley said it. They can grow meat in labs now. And they've okayed it. It's gonna be on the market soon. Okay? I'm just looking at the food area right now though. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, they can grow meat. A lot every time every time you turn around, you find out how unhealthy the food is they're selling you and how it's poisoning you. Okay? That's just the food. Let's go into jobs and the economy. I know. I went through the bus a couple years ago. What was it, 5, 6, 7 years ago in '07 or whatever, '08. Where, see, right now is the year of plenty. It said, "Consider the ant, thou sluggard." They prepare so that when the winter comes and there's no food out there and it's cold and you can't be out there, they're prepared. With that last recession we had was a warning. I remember truck drivers couldn't even drive their trucks because the gas got so expensive. Good luck having a job. Okay? And what they did, they injected billions of dollars into the economy. And what I've watched over years is just more and more inflation. Things have gotten inflated up. What somebody was telling me is one of the things they're doing now, they're not raising the prices on food. They're just shrinking the quantity they give you. Okay? Me, I have a unique perspective because I've invested for years. I invested in the stock market. Like I bought Apple Computer. I bought a bunch of Apple stock, Google stock, Baidu stock. I bought it very cheap. I tripled it. And then I realized a better investment was rental property. So I sold it all and brought 3 rental properties with what I had made. So I know how to watch, investments, money, cycles, all this stuff. When I bought my real estate, I bought my real estate at the absolute rock bottom of the crash. At least two pieces of real estate. Hey, y'all give me thumbs up. Let me know if this thing's skipping. I think this feed's skipping. I'm getting warnings over here on my feed. Okay, I think it's okay now. Okay, but okay, thank you. So I watch this stuff. I know I'm watching the market now. Because I was actually, before I came into some of this information I'm gonna be getting into, I was actually looking at buying more real estate, and then I realized the market was already overinflated, and that now is heating up. It's a similar cycle to before, and the way the cycle is 10 years going up, 10 years coming down, and we're on, like, I don't know, 5, 6 years going up or something like that, and then something's gonna happen. But the market feels inflated now. So when it crashed again, it ain't like things are way more expensive now. They're not giving pay increases. You know what I'm saying? The government's going broke. You see we could go on about this we go on with this forever. Let's get into another thing: storms, hurricanes, power outages, rolling blackouts, and stuff like that. A lot of these people, a lot of our people, especially people in these cities and towns, and a lot of these pacified Christians, they don't even believe in having a slingshot or a baseball bat in their house. A lot of these just completely pacified people who take on these pacified Christian doctrines or Christian Hebrews, whatever you want to call them. They are 3 days away from death if electricity went out. Majority of them. Okay, they're out of shape. They think Jesus is gonna do everything for them. When he did do everything for you, He gave you all the information you need right there in the book, but you spiritualize it. Oh, Jesus got me. He know he's right on time. He know what I need. Yeah. He told you what you need to do right there in the instruction. But you're calling your field. See, I'm gonna show you y'all what I'm talking about. The reality is that what these people, what Catholicism, what Christianity, what these Christian Hebrews, or these people who are trying to bring Christian culture into this Hebraic culture, into what the book says, is these people don't worship Jesus. They don't worship the Mashiach. They're not obedient to the book. They worship their emotions and their feelings. And if you come against them, their emotions and feelings, and it don't feel good, you evil. You're wicked. You're abusive. Okay? Because correction is grievous to fools. It's grievous to them. Okay? So, putting all that in place, getting back on track, is community living biblical? Is living as a community biblical? And going to this verse here in Revelations, when you read through this whole thing in context, not similar words, but in context and what it's saying, and like I said, I'm just scanning through it to show you, you go check it out for yourself. Revelations 18, 1 through 24, the merchandise of gold, silver, and precious. It, like, when you read through here, you clearly see it's talking about some type of economic crash. And when you read of how the judgments are gonna come, this thing's gonna crash. It's gonna go down. You got people up here talking about, oh, you forming a community and getting guns to fight the government. Nobody's fighting the government. We're getting weapons to defend ourselves when crap hits the fan. What you need to do is read about what happened in Bosnia and Kosovo when society fell apart. You need to read about what happened down there in New Orleans when a hurricane hit and society fell apart. It don't take long. You got to think like this. It take you about how many hours to really get hungry? You go about 8 hours or so without eating and you start getting hungry. You go about a day without eating and you really start getting hungry. You see what I'm saying? And that's how far most of these silly ass people out here are. You got a false sense of feel good security because people are lying to you and telling you Jesus got you. And it's all good, and you never tasted reality. You're pacified to sleep. So what's happening? We're beating the war drums here. We're trying to warn you. And I'm gonna get into some good stuff here soon. But what we're doing is trying to warn you. And I've seen some silliness out here, just some some shockingly silly lessons that are detrimental to people, man. They're gonna really mess some of these people up, but that's gonna be their judgment. That their ears itch for some of the crap that's being put out, so he gives it to them. Okay. Yeah. So they give these people, they give to them what they got coming to them. For me, especially dealing with, I deal with military planes. I'm a mechanic on them. I hear stuff, I hear stuff. I know. I hear what's going on with the Navy. You know what I'm saying? I hear things that, you know, when we were, I'll put it to you like this: when we were up in last year, we were up in New York for Ron's movie release. I told the people there, hey, this is what I'm hearing on my end. How about a sister came who worked in the Pentagon and said, well, just to confirm what this brother just said, this is what we hear in here. And I was like, wow. You know? So all I'm showing you is the writings all over the place. You know what I'm saying? You can see it everywhere. You can see the seasons changing. So, you know, it makes sense. Schools, education, the public school system. I was talking to a brother on the phone yesterday, and he made a good point. He said, your kids can get a better education watching YouTube than they can go into the public school system. You know, the public school system. I call it the public school system. Okay? They could get a better education with a YouTube playlist than they can from these dumb schools teaching them Common Core math to confuse them and all that other stupid stuff they teach. Okay? All right. So it says, "Come out of her, my people." With the deceptive Christian culture doctrine that's even infiltrated the Hebrew Israelite organization, says is, oh, you got to come out of her mentally and just know this truth and give me your money and listen to me tell you all this elaborate stuff. That's all you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Don't go move in with nobody. You know, don't do that. Don't get yourself debt free. You know, don't get your kids out of the schools. God forbid you come together with some of your other brothers and sisters and stop giving us your money. Oh no. They gonna get you, boy. They's gonna get you. Massa don't like that. Massa don't like when you come together. And if you do, that's how some of these clowns sound out here, man. You can't make this stuff up. But again, it's pleasing to the emotions to not consider. You see what I'm saying? It feels good to hear, oh, well, I don't have to make any radical changes. I could just continue tiptoeing through the tulips and just come out there and jump around and get sweaty to some music and listen to somebody teach on a bunch of crap that ain't gonna do nothing for me in my life. It's just a bunch of knowledge, like going to some college course. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on out here. And then somebody comes straight down the middle with some practical stuff, but it kind of, it's different and it's, you feel it. It's because it's counter to what you are used to hearing. You know, because you love Babylon, you've come to love Babylon. I'll see you later, baby. Corey just headed out. You love Babylon. You have a love affair with Babylon. Like the women. Ooh. Let me get into this. The women, they love the power and the authority that Babylon gives them. That Christianity gives them. They love that authority. And because in Christian culture, women run it. In Hebrew Christian culture, women run it. They got the power. They go directly opposite what's in the word, and it goes unchecked, and they run it. So let's not. so the sister said, yeah, community is where it is at. Okay, so why is community where it's at? The typical person, you got the husband working, the wife's working, the kids are in the public school system. Your time is at a minimum. You're on the run all the time. This is most black folks. And that's not even the typical. The norm is you got some woman, single woman, raising kids, swearing it's the man's fault. Man, you got some emaciated, castrated man who does not understand how to deal with women and stand up to them. So they're separated. She's taking all his money, spending it on a bunch of stupid stuff half the time, and it's just a mess. And she relies on Babylon to be the daddy. Just like that one girl said in that video. This is COINTELPRO. COINTELPRO ain't no, they see you coming together, they gon' get you, sir. No, COINTELPRO is in full effect right now. They're killing us now. Because our women are so out of control that our women, through COINTELPRO, or however you want to call it, the attack on us as a nation, our women are killing 900 babies a day. The family is broken. And and the Bible clearly, in just repeatedly all through the book, clearly shows the order and shows you that our women are out of order. It prophesies. It's all through there. And you got castrated, sodomized, spiritually sodomized, and spiritually castrated so-called leaders that just keep that going. Whether they realize it or not, they agents for Satan, for the government. Because the building block of community is family. If you're not building strong men, and when I say strong, I'm not talking about macho boys who go around lording over women. I'm talking about strong men who are going to stand in the gap and tell a woman, this is the order, and stand on it. I don't give a damn how they feel, because I've seen it in some of these Hebrew or so-called Hebrew organizations. They got a bunch of big-mouthed women that correction is grievous to them. It's grievous. The Bible says correction is grievous to a fool. And a lot of these women are foolish. Let's look up the definition of grievous. All right, let's look that up real quick. Of something bad, very severe or serious. So you tell them that, hey, why don't you shut up and be quiet and shamefaced? That's verbal abuse. And it feels like that to them because they don't realize they're foolish. So when somebody comes along that comes straight down the middle, that lives this reality, and when I say lives this reality, lives a biblical reality, got the women in order and all that stuff, to them, it's verbal abuse. Because what? They're unwise. They don't know how to handle weighty matters, which is judgment. Judgment is a weighty matter. Let's pull that verse up. So they make judgments off their feelings. They judge off, why? How could he say that? He's abusive. He's probably killing women over there. You know? Instead of somebody says something, let's go watch his footwork. Let's go look. Let's go meet this. Whoever's saying this in person, look them in the eyes and talk to them. Like what? Like men. Or like a real woman, a godly woman. Get the whole understanding on the matter. It don't happen, man. It happened over here though. If I see somebody saying something, we're gonna, you know who we're gonna take for instance. I'm gonna give a for instance. Let's take Pastor Dow for instance. I watched him for a while, for a long time. I watched his footwork. I watch how he shake and move. Hey, I got this community here. I'm doing this, doing, shaking, moving. I'm hearing stuff about him, good stuff, but I'm hearing bad stuff too. You know, and everything in between. But I like, but this dude, you know, he's shaking and moving though. Well, let's go see what this dude about. Sit down with him, see him in person, watch him shake and move, watch him walk, watch his people walk, talk to all his people, sit down, holler at them, feel them out, discern their spirits. I'm like, dude sounds straight up to me. It's almost like talking to my damn self. Go stay over some of their houses in Houston, you know. I'm just around them, living with them, living around them, watching how they move. See, let me tell y'all something, man. Let me pull up that scripture. Let's see. Let me tell y'all something, man. There's a lot of people out here. They get their news of damaged people. All right? Man, hold on. They arrive at I want to read this verse first. All right. Let me see if I could get it up here. Where he says, "Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye pay tithe of mint and anise and cumin, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith." But what was it, the first one? Judgment. You got a lot of people out here making, they're out of order. They make judgments and they haven't considered both sides. They just hear, this person said this. Did you follow up with that person? Did you check out their footwork? Did you check out the person that they're talking about? Did you check out his footwork? And discern the spirits? Or are you just hearing something and running with it based on emotion? And look, let's just be 100, man. I'm Michael Israel here. I done been boots on the ground all through the Hebrew community. And a lot of the people talking, a lot of the people I've seen making accusations and stuff like that, I've been around. I'll just put it like this. I watch footwork, and I done seen some very questionable, suspect footwork from people accusing other people of stuff. First-hand experience. That's why, Mike, why you keep saying footwork? What the heck you talking about? The Bible says you will know them by their fruits, not by the people who call you or YouTube videos or whatever. Go check fruits. Go watch them. That's what I had to learn to do that. I just watch, because there's a lot of people who just play the radio. They just talk. There's a lot of talk out here. But you watch their footwork. Watch the people around them. Watch how orderly things are. Who's running their mouths all the time? Are the women in order, respectable? Are the women quiet and shamefaced? Like the Bible says. It says that's a grace. Like that's a blessing for women to be that way. Or are they big mouth monsters that just do what they want, manipulate, don't know how to follow rules, and what you got? Who's talking? Are the people talking? Can anybody co-sign on them? Like what do they got going on? Or are they just some text on a screen? Or a video every now and then and nobody ever seen them? Or who they are, or what they really got going on. All right, hold on one sec. So hold on, y'all let me know if this thing's skipping. I don't think it is. It's acting like it is. So like I said, somebody said, let me see, so somebody said, is it true that Pastor Dow's father's white? He got a phone number up right behind him. Call him and ask. That's what I'm saying. Like, for instance, Koya posted a flyer up there one day for Ron's upcoming event. Somebody got in there, oh, I don't know about him, put something like that. Did you call him? Koya deleted that junk right off there. You don't know about him, but you probably never talked to the dude. Call the dude. Call him and ask. You know? And if the dude's father's white, then what you gonna do? Oh, well now I'm not gonna do anything he said or that he's taught. I'm just watching. I watch what you're saying. You see what I'm saying? Because snake and lions don't move the same way. Snake and lions don't move alike. Okay? They don't. I mean, if it's truth, it's truth. At the end of the day. So let's move forward. Community living. Community living. Okay? With community living, you heard the stuff I brought up. What's funny is you talk about, hey, what we need to do, like the stuff I've been around. If we want to get out and get out from under this poison food and get our kids out these schools and come out of this system and be able to protect ourselves in case power goes out. We have a grid down or some natural disaster and be prepared with the stuff that's getting ready to come against this nation and stuff. Why is that a sin? Like, how are we getting ready to fight the government, or you see what I'm saying? And that's not even the point. The biggest point is, okay, what's your solution? Is Pastor Dow's father white? What's your damn solution? Because last time I checked, school's coming up. I got to send my damn kids back to the public food system. I got to continue eating this slop out here that they sell. You know what I'm saying? I got to go to work. You see what I'm saying? I got to continue being immersed in this culture. And here comes this brother, Pastor Dow, and he shows a solution, goes through the book. Shows, hey, you need to do this. You need to have your women in order. You need to get the demons off you. You need to link up with like-minded people. You need to do this. Goes through all the little details. Only thing our crabs in a bucket can say, he wicked, he evil, watch out, this, that, and the other. Or at best subliminally imply it, because they ain't gonna, they ain't man enough to name drop nothing. But what's your solution? Like some of these ministries out here will do some subliminal gobbledygook to give you emotional high, and to date, no solutions on what the hell to do. They gonna have you sitting there like this when crap hit the fan, or when you go bankrupt, or when you get a divorce. You just gonna be sitting here, I'm just trusting the Lord, with the instruction right there in the damn book. Okay? Yes, sis, we got folks in Tampa. You have to email me. But I ain't gonna criticize nobody unless I got a solution. You see these big mouth women on here running their mouths all over Facebook. They will never, ever call whoever they running their big mouth about. They just work behind the scenes. Being manipulative, Jezebel, nightmares. Hey, look, and I can prove what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna do it, but I can prove what I'm talking about. I'm not just saying stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're about themselves. They consume with spirits of bitterness, because they've been hurt by men, by spiritually emaciated, castrated men with no willpower, molested them, hurt them, dogged them out, and they just steel in their veins. You can see it in their faces. You can watch their footwork and see that they just hurt, and they run around with bitterness, and they're leading women. It's dangerous. So the thing is, no, I wouldn't. You don't just community living. You don't just jump into. So the thing is, you don't just jump into. You don't just jump into one of these situations. You got to discern spirits. But if you full of demons, how are you going to discern someone else? If you got demons all over you and you full of bitterness, unforgiveness, and all that stuff like that, what are you gonna do? Okay? If you're full of all this stuff and you haven't discerned what's going on with you, how are you gonna discern who to come together with? If you're not walking in your biblical femininity or masculinity or whatever, you're going to be in trouble. So the sister asks, does he have multiple wives? He does. Is it a sin? That's the other thing. It's like, pull your emotions and your Babylonian brainwashing out of this. You really do. You have to. And you just got to look at the book. And don't twist the book to your emotions. You got to twist your emotions and get them lined up with the book. I had to do it. It can be painful. It's in Torah. In Torah, it says if a man have two wives, nobody will ever show you where God says, you're going to hell if you take on another wife. Now, if you serve the feminine God and women are your goddess, oh yeah, that's a sin. It's a sin. You see what I'm saying? So if you're in Christianity, which Christianity worships women, it's Diana worship, whatever you want to call it. But if you're in Christianity, Of course, you can only have one wife. And if you're a man, you need to be castrated because you ain't allowed to have that either. Okay? But you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, when you factor in, see, this is the thing. We're trying to tell you, we're trying to warn people now, but what's right around the corner, dude? When you factor in the homosexual men, the men in prison, the men that's just out in the world, and then the Hebrew men that's walking in this thing in spirit and truth, boy, that's a rare breed. I'm not talking about these people who call themselves Hebrews, but they really Christians and they spiritually castrated and spiritually sodomized and probably literally sodomized. That turn people off. Okay, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about real men that when they get around women, they give women the naughty tingles because they so real, so assertive, real leaders. Most women have never seen one of them. Okay? Most women have never been around a real man. When a Jezebel woman with spirits on her, with demons that she's unaware on her, that she's in covenant with, when she gets around a real man, it's grievous to her. It's like they feel evil and abusive. Because they can see within, this is me. I can see within a couple seconds when a woman's just totally out of order, full of demons. And these women don't know it. So when somebody says something to them to stir the demons up in her so she could see them, they feel like, oh, he's emotionally abusive. No, you need to shut up and sit down and just stop being emotional. Koya just had to block somebody in there, in the thing, because they were probably in there getting emotional. I mean, y'all don't really want me to go in. I mean, I could. There's Bible verses I could read right now, and it would bring demons out of some of the women watching right now. Their demon would manifest in them. I could read like, let the women learn in silence with all subjection, boom, 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 boom. And her demon would literally raise up and make her type, well, it doesn't always mean that. That's a demon. These women, and the men too, have to learn to be aware of what you're feeling. Because those feelings you get aren't always you. It's demons in you. And this is why a lot of people will come against certain people's teachings. Because it's not them that it's come against that. They have been in covenant with these demons for so long, they identify with it. It's them. So he put, why was Satara's message deleted? Opposite opinions is healthy because it melts. Yeah, she could put something in there, whatever. She can. That Koya did that, but Koya, she knows better. She know the spirits on people. Koya, that's my wife. Koya's my wife. She's the administrator in there. She can see the spirits on people. Let me just be 100 with you. We done dealt with people all through the Hebrew community. And we stayed in Rebirth, Houston. And I knew from biblical understanding, from dealing with Koya, that, Koya has done a lot of spiritual growth. Okay? And I could see the difference with these other women. With these women that profess to be Hebrews, but they really bossy monsters. And it's the men's fault because they let them run around like that. And their blood is on these men's hands for not leading. But when I went to Rebirth Houston, not Rebirth Houston, Straightway Houston. When I went to Straightway Houston, the evil Straightway Houston, it's like them women, and Corey could see it, them women had a spirit of peace on them that we hadn't seen. I mean, I've been to some Hebrew events, and I mean, you could feel the contention in the air between the women. It was like, whoa, what the hell is this? I was like, you know what? I don't know what the hell this is, but I'm not going to hang around. So let's see what she says. She says, I understand that I would be Lot because I'm not in agreement with him constantly talking about Pastor Dow. It's like a worship. Nobody's worshiping Pastor Dow. If a man is doing what the book says and it lines up, the unique thing with what Pastor Dow is doing is he's actually doing it in deed. All these other people, and Sister Sierra, do me a favor real quick. Do me a favor. Before you type something, just let me finish what I'm going to say real quick. Okay? Just let me finish, and then you'll understand where I'm coming from. Because I'm going to make it real plain and simple to where you understand. The thing that's so unique about what Pastor Dow's doing up there, or Straightway, or whatever you want to say, it's not that anybody's worshiping him. It's just that he's one of the only and rare ones actually doing the work or the works. It says faith without works is dead. Okay? So you tell me what you think the works are. Now go ahead. You can type and answer that. You know, and don't block her. Don't block her. I want to, this is good because this is sword sharpening. So Sierra or whoever, don't block her, Koya. Go ahead, Sierra, you can answer. Explain to me your understanding of what works are. You think it's just being nice, giving hugs, and being nice to people? Or is there more? Does the Bible call for you to do more than that? Okay? So, Corey, let her type her answer in there. Okay? And this is where it's at. That's what it comes down to. All right? And the other thing is, if you like, you should, for her, this is for all them people up there that's talking. I'm telling you, and you've got eyewitness video. You've seen it. I've went up there. I've been around them. I've lived around them. But I've also lived around and been around some of these people that are talking against them. And like I said, for the sake of respect, I'm not going to go into it, but I'm just saying I'll just say that there's a big difference. Okay? Footwork. Watch it. Watch people's footwork. You will know them by their fruits, not by how you feel. So if you're feeling some type of way against them, tell him. He'll fly you up there to show you. I'm sure. He's that type of dude. But a lot of people are full of fear. They not, like, people is soft, weak. They throw subliminals. They won't directly confront nothing. They use manipulation to achieve their objective. They're not real. There's a lot of weak, phony people out there. nobody's worshiping Pastor Dow. What I'm saying is, I've dealt with a lot of leaders over so-called Hebrew ministries, and Ron can vouch for this. I'm sure Dr. Howard can vouch for this. Pastor Dow is the only one who's said all types of stuff and kept his word on it. Again, you'll know them. Okay. Trinya Fearless, you said Pastor Dow's a slave catcher. Follow no man. Please wake up. Okay. She said he's a slave catcher. Go and what's your proof, or is that your emotional feeling? That's what I'm saying. And it's always women coming with all this stuff. That's how she feels with her demon. This thing ain't complicated. I mean, like I said, I can't go by what some emotional woman tells me she's feeling. I got to go by what I saw, the fruit I saw. I firsthand meeting people in person. All the stuff I say ain't nothing. No, I'm not some emotional person. Okay, Trina, did you meet him in person? Did you go? Have you spent time around them? Do we know who you are? Are you a woman? Like, you're just a name on here. I'm asking you, did you call him? Did you see what I'm saying? People are watching some YouTube videos and then saying, oh, he does this. I'm telling you, all the conclusions and the stuff I say ain't from YouTube videos. It's from being around people in person and firsthand watching people's character. And I'm trying to tell you, but your demons be manifesting. But I'm trying to tell you, there's a lot of low character people who say stuff to itch your ears. They sound nice and oh holy and sugar plums and cupcakes and oh Jesus. You know what I'm saying? That's them on YouTube. And then pass it out and be like, shut up, do this, do that, boom, boom, boom. On YouTube. But I'm telling you, I done dealt with folks in person. I guarantee you talking off emotion. Did you talk to him? I didn't. You were in Detroit. Were you just looking at him, seething like he's a whatever you called him? Or did you go up and talk to him and say, hey, what's your deal? Let me know. Sister, and look, and listen, you said my demon won't let me see wolves in sheep's clothing. Out of respect and wisdom for some of these ministries, I haven't come forward with tangible proof that they are wolves in sheep's clothing. Again, you're speaking off emotion, and I'm speaking off eyewitness fact backed up with witnesses. All right? Are you married? Now, y'all can go ahead and move her up out of there. I mean, you should just unsubscribe from my channel. I mean, I can't tell you any better than that. You're emotional. I mean, that's what I'm saying. How I really want to know how you're arriving at this when I told you. That's why I'm saying people are irrationally emotional. And that's how they arrive at a lot of this stuff. And like I said, I met Pastor Dow up in Detroit. I was down in Houston, Straightway Houston. I spent the night over at the brother's house with him and 4 or 5 other families. And it was the best I've been treated to date in the Hebrew community. When we got to their house, they washed me and Koya's feet. They provided us breakfast, a place to sleep. I slept real good in the house, all this stuff. You know, I lived around them 2 or 3 days. I didn't say, hey, I know everything now. I'm still watching. I'm not quick to credit things, but I mean, I'd like to know where this sister is arriving at her. And let's let her say how she's arriving at her conclusion. If she could tell me that, then that would be better. But people are coming in and they just say stuff. But how are you arriving at these conclusions? I see so-called mores teaching lessons that ain't biblical, and they're not telling you how they're arriving at this stuff. And they're critical of things that other people are doing, but they provide no solutions except keep giving me money. That's because they're about money. So let that sister go in there, let her talk, let her tell me how she has arrived at her conclusion. Because I told you, did I not provide y'all how I arrived at this conclusion that who the real wolves in sheep's clothing are? I've watched people use guile and manipulation and the 48 laws of power to manipulate people. I watch people backstab and break deals and do all this stuff. That's what I'm saying. Don't speak on nothing. That's what I'm saying. The sister, these people, it's a lot of them. Okay, Theresa, you said he runs a cult. Tell me how you've arrived at that. Or are you just watching videos and listening to your emotions? That's what I'm asking. Let's see if Theresa could answer it. That's what I'm asking. Again, I'm boots on the ground. I've watched wolves in sheep's clothing operate. I've watched people not keep their word. I've watched people be untrustworthy. I watched manipulative messages. So let's see. Here comes somebody else. He runs a cult, but you're the holy one with fake. And don't go in like that. Don't throw shots. I just want to see if Theresa can type a little paragraph there to tell me how she's arrived at this conclusion. Again, I think I got more to go on because I've met him in person. I've hung around him. I've talked to people all through his ministries. I've stayed over some of their houses. I've done the same with some of these other ministries. And these other ministries, they got a lot of wicked ass people in them. Through what? Deception. And I have witnesses that can co-sign what I'm saying with eyewitness reports. Again, crickets. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. And what I'm trying to do, these people, that's called bearing false witness. These folks is wicked as hell. Go look around at the messages. Look in the comments. There's a lot of people bearing false witness. I'm telling you, I've met the people, lived around them, stayed in their houses, and you're telling me it's a cult. Somebody said he had a McDonald's. All right, I guess so. I don't know what the hell is. Okay, we're moving forward. But this thing, I'm telling you, man, you deal with people based on their actions. You got to watch what people are doing. Start with, and the first person you need to watch what they're doing is me. Spiritual Combat. Check me first. And my life, and my kids' life, and Koya's life. Okay, Rudy. Like I said, every time because let me tell you what I did. Let me deviate again a little bit. Let me tell you what I did. Ron told me months ago, he's like, hey, Pastor Dow said he's going to help us out. He's going to promote our movie. He's going to, support us. He's going to bring a bunch of people out. He's going to also provide security because he's going to bring his security team. Blah, blah, this, that, and the other. That man did every single thing he said to Ron he was going to do to a T. Me and Ron and I used to seeing that. Ron does it with me. I do it with Ron. That's why I rock with Ron Dalton like I do. But we haven't seen that type of behavior from other Hebrew organizations or so-called Hebrew organizations. Okay? But when I found out he was coming out there, what I did is I went to the what do you call it? Went online and just was looking him over, listening to what he say, watching his footwork, watching the Pastor Dow exposed video, Pastor Dow doing this video, Pastor Dow doing that, just listening to him, watching him. I'm like, okay. All right, because I don't give a damn. I'm not biased. I just watch footwork. I don't care who the hell you are. I don't care if it's my mother. Her footwork off. All right. So I just watch it, not with my emotions. Okay, just watch it. And you will know them by their fruit. And watching this fruit. And I'm telling you, to date, I ain't seen bad fruit to date yet. I cannot say that for some of these other so-called Hebrew organizations. And I'm not just running my mouth. I got proof. But I'm not in that market. Okay? So dudes is on here like, yeah, he owns a McDonald's and he sells Big Macs or something. Dude, it's silly stuff, like stupid stuff that they saw on Facebook or something, man. Did you go out to the compound? Have you reached out? Have you went around a straightway in your area? Blah, blah, blah. But that's what I'm saying. This is how simple it is to expose people in sin. And they've been deceived by Christianity in the thinking that their emotions are righteous when they're bearing false witness. And I'm trying to help folks out, but they're too emotional. And like I said, Pastor Dow is flying me out there to the Tennessee community. I'm going to be boots on the ground. I'm going to be watching them. They're going to be watching me. I'm going to be looking at everything. I'm going to be watching. And I'm not going to be like, oh, it's all good because I'm here. No, I'm going to just watch. And they're going to watch me. It's said be slow to credit people. But these people in here, they sound like YouTube junkies, you know. Yeah, where's their fruit? You know, but I'm just saying, I want, like you see the other lady left. Hey, Son Brewer, okay. Christianity haven't done nothing to you inwards. Y'all wrong for what y'all say about Christians. Okay, that's cool. Stay in it. I ain't mad. That'll fix. I mean, Christianity's gonna fix you, you know. But I can tell you, you castrated, brother Greg. What's up, Greg? Hey, I like the way the demons is manifesting, though, baby. Look at that. He said, Christian ain't done nothing to you inwards. That's your demon talking. your demon of in the land of our enemies. So that's what I'm saying. Dude, this stuff is not complicated. You just spit some truth and you watch the demons rise to the surface. And folks are in, if think about this. If you're willing to get in here and type something because you call it emotional, I call it demonically possessed, you are wicked. You're in covenant with spirits because you can't control yourself enough to not just be like, hey, you know what? I'm cool. You got people in here bearing false witness. He is using a franchise model of duplication that you want to push repetitive jargon and NLP, not that he owns a literal McDonald's. Okay, well, explain it that way. Okay, hey, look, if that's his franchise, what's your solution? Because when I went out there to Brother Greg's house, and like I said, I'm getting ready to go out here the straight way. If that thing is working and it lines up with books, so be it. Let's do it. What's your solution? Like, again, nobody is showing anything. So Christianity have the schools, the hospitals, the rehabs, the youth programs. I judge a tree by the fruits it bears. So you bearing some pretty wicked fruit because you call me a nigga. Okay, Christian. Sean Brewer, hey, why are you on a nigga's channel then? Yo, man, this is simple. Like, it's not complicated. This is not complicated. This is simple as heck. You got demons on you, bro. Go get delivered, Christian. You are my channel. You see what I'm saying? What do you say? Israelites done the size persecute Christians who done nothing to you. Okay. But you're on here typing racial statements. Right. Okay. Keep it moving. All right. Alexander, right. If you're mad about 3 wives, you don't get rid of. Hey, look, let me say this too, because this is something I was going to say earlier. What you need to do is you have to, I'm going to tell y'all what's happening right now. The warnings are going to get louder and louder and more stern, and then will come the judgment, and it's going to be too late. It's going to be too late for a lot of women, okay? It's going to, okay? There's gonna be a lot of uncovered women out there. And I'm gonna tell you, what you need to do is, again, that report, Pastor Dow read it, what happened in Bosnia and Kosovo. I was listening to it, on the couch listening to it, and not too many things kind of get to me like that and get me down, but this dude, for a year in Kosovo, there was like no government. Things fell apart. They didn't have toilet paper. It just went to crap. And this dude he wrote this whole thing of what it was like. And let me tell you, damn it, you need a man. In them situations, you need a man. You can't be no big mouth, I'm independent and ain't no man telling me what to do in a situation like that. You gotta be booked. And I gotta ask these people again, he's using the Ray Crocker franchise model. Dude, what's your solution? What's your answer? And y'all folks is laughable. So I want to know what their solution is. Like, how do I get out of this debt? How do I get my kids out of these schools? How do I come out of her? Like the book says. Okay? The Bible says seek the old paths. Okay? It says, who the Son frees is free indeed. Are you just freeing your mind? But in the meantime, you're poisoning yourself. Your kids are getting brainwashed with all types of crazy doctrines in school. Answer. Let's have answers. Because y'all have not proven it. Only against Pastor Dow right now is that he studied Ray Crocker and is instead of McDonald's, he's making McDowell's. We're going to call him Ronald McDowell now. It's silly, dude. That's how silly y'all is, man. Y'all bearing false witness. You got to, I'm telling you, I don't play. Like you're saying, y'all saying stuff based off YouTube videos and what you think. I'm talking off what I know. With spiritual combat, I give relationship and marriage counseling based on stuff I've experienced and I know and I've seen work. All right, let's see. Zedekiah in the house. Hey, shalom, man. Yeah, man. Can I ask her some questions about the movie Hebrew? Teresa, you never follow after, yeah. Look, this is the problem. This is the issue with the Branch Davidians. This is the problem with Ben Amin. This is the problem with majority of Hebrew Israelite organizations. This is heavy. I want y'all to listen to what I'm saying because this is real basic. Okay? Some of y'all are so damn emotional, it might go right over your damn head. You need to see if the person that you call your moray teacher, leader, or whatever the hell, moron, whatever the hell you call him, is he equipping you to get understanding? Okay, so what do I mean? Is he showing you how to do it for yourself? Do what for yourself? How to understand the book for yourself? Is he encouraging you to question what he's teaching? I am. I'm telling you, go through the Bible and question everything I'm teaching. Question it. Put it to the test. Make sure it lines up with the book. If you look at Ben Amin, Dave Koresh, and a lot of these Hebrew organizations, they speak guile. They speak guile. That's what the Bible calls it, guile. Look up the word guile in the Bible. I'm going to give y'all the definition, but guile is sly or cunning intelligence. It's slick speech and manipulative speech to subliminally tell you to not question them. I keep telling y'all, question me. Call me. Get in contact with me. You know, come to these events. I'm all over the damn U.S. Come out. Look at me. Watch me move. Come talk to me. Look, talk to Coy. Talk to us. See what we about. See if our footwork line up. Don't listen to a bunch of crap I'm saying. Stop being false emotional witnesses. That's what's going on in the Hebrew community. And the people who are bearing the false witness, most of the time, they wicked as hell. All right? I ain't going to say most of the time. Damn near all the time. All right, don't get too concerned with the... You're right. But I will tell you this. That is what this topic is about, is exactly what we're talking about. Because community living is clearly the solution. Just like the best, it's just so funny, dude. Y'all gotta pull your head out your ass and read the book for what it's worth. They like all these people saying all this stuff are in ministry. Whoever is teaching them is not telling them to do what the book says. They're going along with what people are telling them. Nobody's saying judgment is a weighty matter. Go consider, go get involved with both sides. Nobody's telling them this. And I see women out here in so-called leadership positions or whatever the hell they are in these organizations doing this same thing. And this is basic Bible. They're out here bearing false witness. They ain't talked to nobody. And here I am. I'm getting on here. I'm giving you an eyewitness, firsthand, in-person report. And folks telling me I'm lying. And y'all let me know if I missed it. But I haven't seen anybody get in the comments and say, well, I went out there on the community and they had women tied up and they were punching them in the head. Like nobody's, and I got pictures or whatever, or witnesses or whatever. Let's do that. Don't just come on saying stuff. This is book. It don't feel good, but it's reality. Yeah, well, the brother saying, I tell you, when this system comes down, a lot of these people going to be asked out. But we trying to warn them now. So the sister said, how is this done if a woman's husband isn't aware of his role and refuses to divorce her? The Bible tells you to win him over by your chaste behavior coupled with fear. Translation, be quiet and stop nagging and pray. Get in the prayer closet. There's actually a movie you should probably watch called War Room. It's a good movie for women to watch to learn how to deal with men that's out of order. You quiet down. And when I say quiet down, I'm saying quiet your spirit down. Because I look at a lot of these women, especially the ones in the comments here, and women I meet out in the Hebrew community, and they're noisy. You can see the noise in their head because they got spirits going on in their heads, making them act like nuts. A lot of these women need deliverance. The Most High puts you in situations like that, these screwed up situations, to get you to look at yourself and to quiet them spirits down and you get them up out of you and see that. All right, we have all these camps. All right, would you, Mr. Combat, would your wife let you have 3 wives? Koya understands that multiple wives is biblical. Koya is not some emotional monster. She's not the dragon that's spoken about, in Proverbs. Koya is a Proverbs 31 woman. Quiet, shamefaced, and humble, and knows how to deal with me as a man. Now, what I told Koya, I said, Koya, when I married you, my marriage vow was to you. So if I was to bring on another wife, it'd be through you. I'd let you pick it. It's up to you. Because I'm spiritually mature enough to, But the other thing, a lot of women are this is the other thing. The reason why a lot of women are so against multiple wives is because they know how monstrous they are. And they know all these other women are monsters, full of demons. So hell no, they wouldn't want to share them because they know how wicked they are. Women know how bad women are because they know the way they are. Dude, I'm just keeping it 1,000. I know it don't feel, I'm not speaking feel good stuff. Hey, Sean Brewer, man, dude, you already called me a racial slur, but you a holy Christian. You should just keep it moving. Why are you even in there trying to post stuff? You got a couple demons on you that I done seen already. Let's see, Romans 10:14. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? Okay, let's see if y'all got anything. So yeah, man. Like I said, if you want cupcakes and ice cream, this not the ministry for you. Some of y'all, I see some of y'all. I see some of. Never mind. Okay, so if your husband is a man of Yah and he's a man after Yah's own heart, why are you over here studying under Michael Israel? He should be, let him teach you. All right? Just, all we're saying over here is everybody's coming up with all this stuff. What does the book say? The book is very, very basic. It's simple. The book tells you exactly what to do. It tells you to get in community. We can prove that you need to be in community or common union or be a nation. When you look up the definition of what a nation is, it's not just mental ascension and social club meeting each Saturday or maybe Wednesday and Saturday or whatever. That is not what you're told to do in this book. It tells you to come together as a nation. So you could come out from under this nation that's poisoning you. It's brainwashing your women. It got your women aborting them. It got your women full of demons. It got your kids in these wicked schools. You're eating their poison food. He's telling you to go back to the ancient ways. This thing, it's not complicated. So let's do that. Let's look up the word cult. Okay? It says a system of religious veneration and devotion directed toward a particular figure or object. Well, I guess we in a cult because of who's the figure or object? It's Christ. Okay? If there's nothing wrong with following a man if what he's doing lines up with book. Okay? Yep. So conversation does not mean it does not. Yeah. Yeah. So let's see. Pass it out. Yeah. If the system does go down, where are we to flee to? Nobody answers that question. So somebody asks, if the system goes down, where are we to flee to? Well, look at what happens in the cities when the stuff, when these systems go down. Just some stuff is common sense. So, okay, in a city, if the trucks stop going in the city, immediately all food is gone. Like immediately, because there's thousands of people stacked on top of each other. Okay? So, all right, let's see. Mike, okay, let's see, Sean. Well, Moses and all the disciples are exactly. Moses and all the disciples are cult members. He said, when I go to Straightway, see if they'll let me and my wife leave. Then we'll know. Yeah, if y'all don't see me no more. So, yeah. Teresa, you don't. So let's see. We just going through this. This is fun, man. I'm sorry. I'm having fun because it's just everything that all these people are saying are just proving my point. And it's amazing that they can't see it. It's impressive that they can't see. The sister said, what happens when martial law takes over? You need to read your Bible. Read the Bible. Okay? Basically, and I'm just being real basic, basically what it's saying is going to happen is this governmental system is going to just collapse. And it ain't going to be no martial law. It's going to be survival of the fittest. And you're going to be sitting in your house praying or doing whatever the hell you do, and then somebody gonna kick your door in, and it's gonna be a wrap for you. See, when you properly read through prophecy, and this is why you need to have a real man teaching you the word, not somebody who is spiritually castrated who want to tell you good feeling things. That's why this doesn't compute to you, because you've never had somebody explain reality to you. The Bible is a bloody book. It ain't Disney World cupcakes and bubblegum and lollipops and jumping around and happy feelings. It's bloody. It's reality. But because you're up under ministries that teach you things that make you feel good, this is alien to you. You're like, what are you talking? Oh, gun? When the whole book full of murder and killing. So now you got some real men coming on the scene, bringing things out, and y'all have yet to put a rational comment in here that makes any damn sense. All right, what happens? Let's see. And look, trip off this. This is what gets me. Like, because I done talked to Pastor Dow. He said he don't care if you join straightway. He'll still show you how to do what you need to do. That's what I'm saying. Y'all not making no rational sense. That's why I know you're off, and there's a good chance you're demonically possessed. Because again, you're bearing false witness. I mean, damn. I like to make it simple. Is this simple enough? Is what I'm saying simple enough for you to understand? I guarantee all these people saying all this stuff haven't talked to the dude in person or anybody in his ministry. That's why for those of y'all who follow spiritual combat and are with my teachings, this isn't for you. This is for them. This is for those people who are saying these things. You know, get understanding on a small matter and on a great. And this is for them. Y'all need to be warned, man. The time is, man, I'm telling you, this stuff I'm seeing, things I'm feeling in my spirit and stuff like that. Look, you gotta get on ball. Y'all have not do you realize that? Theresa and all these other people and the racist, holy Christian have not put one rational comment in the comment board, and it's going on almost 2 hours. Look at yourself. These people saying this stuff are people who have not humbled down and looked at themselves and considered. I'm telling you, you're emotional. All right? Yeah, somebody said people don't know what the real reality is. And it's in the book. But if you're in one of these watered down, spiritually castrated, emaciated, feminist dominated ministries, they're not going to tell you this stuff. They're not going to tell you got to prepare or do anything. They're going to say, sit there, keep eating donuts, get sweaty, get emotional, cry, and just, Most High got it. He the genie in the bottle. He'll take care of it. And they're going to just keep you there. Just make sure you give me that check to keep that money coming in so I can continue doing whatever the hell I'm doing with the money, which we don't know. You see what I'm saying? We kicking reality over here. We're kicking reality, dude. We're talking real talk. Most High is not giving us a spirit of fear. You ask, where are we to flee? What we're asking you is, what are you to do? You're wondering where to flee. How do you prepare, period? Where should you start preparing? Should you be in a city? You should ask yourself that question. Is it safe for you to be in a city? You know? Or is it safe for you to just be sitting there dumb, fat, and happy eating cheeseburgers or whatever you're doing and not do anything? See, these people are acting like, oh, it's a sin to come together and come out from amongst them. See, the book tells you, come out from among. So where you go somewhere where you're not among them. Hey, look, let me tell you this. I'm gonna tell you something. Like I said, because I deal with the military, so let me say that. Okay. I know a guy. There's a guy. He was worked on a nuclear sub that I talked to, and he couldn't go into nothing. But the one thing he did say, he said something he seen in there or whatever it was. He said as soon as he got out the military, he moved as far away as he could from the cities. Okay? So, all right. Somebody said, I will appreciate your labor. Let's see, you better have a sword. And yeah, you know. That's what I'm saying. People, you show me where you should just sit around and do nothing and just have wishful thinking. Okay, when the scriptures are sitting there saying, "Come out from among them," go to Isaiah. Be not unequally yoked with unbelievers. It tells you to gather yourselves together as a nation. And people got too much Christianity in them, and they spiritualized that. So I just answered it. Come out from among them. Go somewhere where you can gather yourselves together. So some of these places, they get some land and get on a community together so that they can eat healthy food and be among like-minded people. Be in a place where they can trust their kids around everybody. That's what I'm saying. What do you say to do, though? Because I just answered your question. So you tell me what you say to do. And that's what I'm saying. I answered the question, but watch. These people don't have answers. They just sit back and they don't have any solutions. They're not going to tell you how to get up out the schools and get out of debt so you can not be in some little subdivision or something. They're not going to tell you, you know what I'm saying? They don't have solutions. They don't like what's being said because it makes them feel uncomfortable. All right? So let's see. Let's see if they got answers. That's what I need from Pastor Dow. The plan to prepare to endure till the end. Okay? Yeah. And that's the only reason why a lot of people are excited about it, because they know. But again, they're not answering my questions. I asked you. I answered the question. I said it tells you to come out from amongst them. It tells you to gather yourselves together as a nation. I mean, we got other scriptures in there. The old paths, you know. You saw what they did in Acts. They sold all their stuff and had everything in common and everything. So what the model we see is so again, all right, I see the tap dancing. Nobody got answers. What do they say to do? They say, what they're saying is you can't do nothing. Everything just gonna go away. You know? So what they're saying to do is stay in the city. Keep your kids in the public food system. Keep drinking the poison water. Keep eating the poison food. Keep being a slave to the lender, the borrower servant to the lender. Keep working your ass off. Put a solution in there. Stop asking questions when you know the answers. Is community living biblical? Yes. We clearly see it. Let them troll. We feeding trolls today. This is an all you could eat deal today for trolls. Come on in. We're gonna feed you till you throw up and run away. But that's what I'm saying. Brothers in there asking, look, that's what I'm saying. We ain't seen a solution yet. Well, where do we flee to? We answered that. What's your answer? What's the Bible saying to you? Silence. It's just crickets. Yeah, just like Elder Rufus said, they've been doing it 3 decades. But again, I don't see anybody with answers. So he said, come out means move out the U.S. That's not biblical prophecy. It says, as a destruction, he's going to bring us up out of it. But we must come together as a nation first. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So what he's basically telling you, he's telling you to keep your kids in the schools, stay under debt, stay in the cities, stay in the society, eat the poison food, drink the water, and continue getting destroyed. Okay? This thing ain't complicated, dude. I mean, you clearly see community in the book. I don't see sit in the projects and then flee the country. You know, I don't see that. I see where he's going to gather us from afar when there's inside. But when that gathering happens, it talks about the other nations are going to see his spirit on us as a nation. In Ezekiel, the dry bones thing, and in other prophecies. And then he's going to gather us out of there. But it says these other nations are going to see his spirit on us. What does that mean? We're going to be running around sweaty, like, acting like nuts. And they're like, oh, they the people. Or are we going to be running around glowing blue? And they're going to be like, there's a spirit on them. No. They're going to see us functioning as a nation. But again, like I said, not one answer. Not one. Ain't nobody got nothing. And look, I think the trolls is full now because now they ain't saying nothing. That's what I said. It don't take much to feed a troll, man. You give them a plate and they go away. All right, so land here in Florida in the country areas is sheep. But like I said, y'all, it's spiritual combat. Like I said, I thought Pastor Dow's message was very clear and to the point. I don't think it was the comfortable Disney sugarcoat answer that a lot of people think. You got a lot of people who are full of pride and they feel like they know everything already. So a lot of them can't receive the truth. Yeah, we fed the trolls. Trolls is fed, family. You know, faith without works is dead. This ain't, you know, it ain't complicated, man. This ain't, you know, what the difficult part. You know, exactly. So yeah, the difficult part of this thing is the works that you got to do. You know, you got to worship him in spirit and in truth. And this is what's happening here is this is what needs to happen. Like, people need to scrutinize what I'm on here saying. Like, that's why I'm not mad. I'm just showing you that what I'm saying is 100. That's all I'm showing you. And it needs to happen. I know some people get frustrated with people coming in and questioning what's being said, but you need to question Michael Israel, and you need to question the hell out of Pastor Dow. But he's accessible. You can call him. Elder Rufus it's look at the title on this thing. Straightway Georgia Elder Rufus. You can contact the man and scrutinize him. Question the hell out of everything about him. And he'll probably invite you up there and let you snoop around. But I'm just telling you, like I said, ain't nobody in there saying nothing now. It's just me and the Mishpachah now. All the trolls, we done fed the trolls so much they done fell off to sleep. they like ate so much, they like, and maybe they'll switch. But I do this because this is where the rubber meets the road. This is where it happens. People need to question spiritual combat and Michael Israel. You need to question what I'm saying. And it's encouraged. You have to do it. Question but then go question your moron. Your more. You know what I'm saying? And some of y'all going to get in trouble because y'all didn't have a permission slip from your more to be over here on spiritual combat. All right. So let me bring what I'm gonna do now. I got my scriptures here that's gonna back up what we've been talking about, and then so let me go through them real quick. I like Mark chapter 10 verse 29. Let's see what that is because I wrote it down here and I put in a mark on it. Chapter 10. Yeah, sister, I'm going to be down there in Tampa this weekend, me and Koya. We're going to be fellowshipping with the Mishpachah down there. Or maybe you'll be out there, Brother Bernard, who's working on getting some land. And Jesus answered and said, Verily I say unto you, there is no man that have left house or brethren or sisters or father or mother or wife or children or lands for my sake and the gospels. And it goes on to say, and not receive, threefold. Okay? I appreciate you. Yeah, we'll meet up. I'll just keep it basic, but yeah. I'm talking about anybody that ain't putting out solutions, Lawrence. If they don't got answers for what to do, I'm talking about it. Ain't nobody worshiping Pastor Dow. I've seen people, when people are worshiping men, when they're saying stuff that don't line up with the book and they're following them. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? You are worshiping a man and you're in idolatry when somebody's saying something that's not thus saith the Lord and you continue to follow after them. But Pastor Dow clearly says, Pastor Dow encourages you to question him. These clowns out here that subliminally manipulate you and you ask a question and they do all types of subliminal manipulation to make you feel guilty for questioning them. Those are the wolves in sheep's clothing. Like I said, I'm boots on the ground. I done talked to the man in person and looked him in the eyes, man to man. I'm a real dude. I ain't a respecter person. I'm about action. And, it's been good. That's an eyewitness report. That's not I'm emotional report. All right, let me bring up some more. Let's see. Y'all know I gotta hit y'all with that Acts. All right. And with many other words did he testify and exhort, saying, "Save yourselves from this untoward generation." All right, let me look at this in context. There's two. And there appeared. So basically in Acts is where it goes in, because everybody a follower of Jesus, even though they calling me racial names, but what they do? They put all their stuff together. There you go. Somebody put the straightway number up there. Yeah. So there you go. They put his number. Well, dude, he not. You said actually Pastor Dow's not readily available, dude. The man got a life. He's not sitting around. Speaking spells and shaking people down for money and then sitting around on the couch all day. The dude is actually out doing stuff. So, I'm not readily available. I try to respond to everything. Right? So, I don't know what to tell you. All right. So, yeah. So, all these people who follow, they Christians, even though they calling me racial names on here and all these people on here that claim they're following it, what happened? It said they took everything they had, put it before the apostles' feet, and they distributed it as each had need. It wasn't capitalism, okay? It was a commune, or dare I say communism. But that only works when people have their minds right. All right, let me see what else. Let's see if I got boom. The 5 virgins. Y'all know about that in Matthew, I think it is. Let's see what else I got. Okay. Isaiah 26:20. Let's see what we got there. All right. All right, so Isaiah 26:20. But yeah, all right, there we go. All right, let me get this. Isaiah. Come on. 26:20, and it reads, Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. So that was one just kind of telling you to, study the scripts and get in a place, where you could be safe. But yeah, a lot of these people here, I'm telling you, dude, think about this. With King David, they had the whole law. They understood the law to a T. They had, during King David's time, they had this book understood to a T. It was on point. Most High was dealing with them. You know what I'm saying? We had our culture. We knew the language. We knew the proper name of the Most High and everything. And the whole nation was scared except for one man, King David. Okay? So it's the same now. You know, a lot of people, they just deceived. What Christianity does is cater to your emotions. And they manipulate scripture to cater to your emotions. And that same thing has moved into the Hebraic understanding. And I challenge all these people out here that's going against anybody, step up and tell me what your solution is. What are you getting in the book? That's a challenge. Some of you mores or morons or whatever you call yourself, tell me what you see the book saying, what the answer is. Y'all ain't got none. It's going to be some, just jump around harder and get sweatier and yell louder. And I'm not saying worship is bad. Y'all seen the video, man. They praise and worship there. But part of praise and worship is actually doing something. All right, people. So anyway, y'all, with that said, man, I'm telling you, all you got to do, you don't block trolls. You just feed them. You give them something to eat. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, so it is what it is. But like I said, well, where's he at? You need to shut up and put him on unless you not gonna. Oh, okay. Where? Let me see what y'all talking about. Let me view this. I want to know. Y'all funny. View, delete. Y'all crazy, dude. Y'all messy, man. Sister, if you don't like what I'm saying, you know, boy. Don't talk to me, talk to my husband. Well, you aren't here talking to us. So they gonna talk to you. Y'all silly. I have no need to reach him now. He has strayed and is placing, allowing others to place him on a pedestal. Okay. If you say so. Like I said, Samina, whatever your name is, what I asked y'all is, what is your answer? What's your solution in the Bible? What are we to do? Like, I'm telling you in clear terms. Pastor Dow told you in clear terms. The Bible tells you in clear terms. It tells you, get your mind right first. Get them demons off you. Then come together with like-minded people, and not just on the weekend for a social club meeting, but come together as a nation with other people. But people that's out of their mind like that, they can't do it. It's burdensome. Correction is grievous to fools. They can't do it. They can't rationalize that because they're so emotional. Okay? These people, hey, look, I see stuff on Facebook all the time that's off. You got to think about the nature of these people. They'll sit there and be on my live for 2 hours going back and forth with me. Like, what type of demon is that? I barely got time to check my notifications, and some of the notifications, people be on there cursing me out, saying all types of stuff to me. I'm like, man, okay, I don't care. As long as you ain't knocking on my door saying it, we good. But again, like Christian Code said, none of the naysayers bring an actual charge. Nothing, no facts. And that what y'all have done to me, for me, is giving me more confirmation as I watch this brother in a righteous way. And, you know, I'm not quick to credit somebody as righteous, but y'all are adding to it so I can slowly arrive at a conclusion a righteous conclusion about Pastor Dow, about Straightway, about the doctrine he's teaching, you guys are just providing ammo, sharpening the sword. And like I said, I watch some of these other people's messages out here, and it's just nothing but wickedness, manipulation. I follow the money, and the money tells me why they teaching it. In Exodus, Israel was persecuted till Yah differentiated between Egyptians and Israelites. Then from the third plague, and where'd they stay at? They stayed in Goshen. Did the plagues affect them in Goshen? You see what I'm saying? So I think this was a very edifying question and answer, I guess you could call it. Is community living biblical? Nobody showed me anything where it's unbiblical. I went over a couple scriptures. Kabir's going to be coming on maybe Friday. He'll be coming on my show. So we're going to continue teaching on this because this is the next development. Once you've developed and you're kingdom minded and you have a kingdom mindset and you're walking in Christ consciousness, not just legalistically, but you have the spirit of Christ in you. Well, now it's time for it to manifest outwardly, and you begin to come together with your neighbor. You had to leave your family, your carnal family. Why aren't you living and dwelling with your biblical family? The trolls are too stuffed to answer that question. You see, nobody can answer it. But this was good, because I seen where some of the brothers realized that what I'm sitting here saying is very simple and it's fact. Okay. So, definitely a good one. But anyway, with that said, y'all, man, it was good, man. I enjoyed it. But anyway, with that said, again, I want to issue that challenge out to the naysayers. It's open. Show me what you're seeing in the Word. Show me what I'm missing. Okay? So anyway, with that said, I'm going to take it out with my beloved Daoud, who's going to be doing his album release party on here next month. I think like August something. Definitely tune in for that. But for now, I'm going to take you out with one of my favorite jams, applicably titled Transparent.
Burn them all, miss. That coach. For you. On you who I'll bet my life. Won't toss my paradise. I'm I ain't nice. Subtract falsehood advice. You who eventually seeing through, y'all. That rule got me seeing through, y'all. Ain't like I'm doing something to y'all. You who got me seeing through, y'all. You who eventually seeing through, y'all. That rule got me seeing through, y'all. Ain't like I'm doing something to y'all. You who got me seeing through, y'all. Yeah. Family business ain't no greed in me. Mr. Clark, my brother, lean on me. I lean back, but it ain't no dance. Make appeals, but it ain't no Zans. Feeling okay, I'm oh so grand. Keep in mind, only got two hands. Never label in advance. Don't call him friend until you prove that man. A little time, all you need. If it's genuine, it shows. Vampires play a role. In the light, get exposed. Transparent up against that law. Brothers hide it like no one saw. Yahuwah eyes never miss your acts. One day you gotta pay that tax. Fairy tales, you can clean that mess. Toward keeping me at my best. If you hate a brother's soul, he will never stop the show. What's it like to some love? Especially from above. Mighty talk where you learn that at. Man, the perfect never burn a batch. Yahuwah word, that's all for me. Everything everything else so bored. Life in me, what y'all store. This English sound foreign, yeah. Righteous point of view, pray this shit too, yeah. Make no excuse, stand on me too. Won't toast my paradise. I'm kind, I ain't nice. Subtract falsehood advice. You who eventually seeing through, y'all. That rule got me seeing through, y'all. Ain't like I'm doing something to y'all. You who got me seeing through, y'all. You who eventually seeing through, y'all. That rule got me seeing through, y'all. Ain't like I'm doing something to y'all.